Let's take a look at some inputs and see what outputs we get from our function. We are starting with an x value or input of 0. Since we are inputting 0, we will substitute 0 for x. Notice how f of x is now f of 0. Our function notation allows us to show what specific input will be affected by our function, or f. F of 0 equals 2 times 0 plus 4, which is simplified to 4 and giving us our output. Watch what happens when we substitute the rest of our inputs. For f of 1, 2 times 1 plus 4 can be simplified to 2 plus 4, and then again to 6, leaving us with our output. F of 2 equals 2 times 2 plus 4 is simplified to 4 plus 4, and then to 8 for another output. Now let's look at one last input. For f of 3, 2 times 3 plus 4 is simplified to 6 plus 4, giving us our final output of 10. Can you see the pattern? Every time x increases by 1, the f of x value increases by 2. Remember back to last week when we graphed equations with two variables. Our function table can help us do the same for our function. We can find our graphing coordinates by writing our inputs and outputs as ordered pairs. The input comes first and is shown on the horizontal axis. For our case, we call it the x-axis. The output is last and shown on the vertical axis. For our case, we call this the f of x axis. Watch our ordered pairs act as coordinates on the graph. Since our function has an infinite amount of inputs and outputs, we can display our function as a line going through our points. To recap, you have learned about functions, function machines, function tables, and graphs. Now you're ready to go practice. The end.
Created using Powtoon.